Now, I am going to have someone on my Teen Talk show in the next couple of weeks. We will be discussing gender identities and everything on there, because I'll get into that in that episode though. Hi everyone, I just wanted to do my gender tag video, as you can tell by the title, of course. The whole reason for me wanting to do this is that the whole point of me doing this channel is to get a voice out there for the LGBT plus community in the north of England, because at the moment there is no voice really on YouTube, and at the moment we have very little voice in the UK at all, and majority of it is centred in London, and I don't think that is giving enough of a voice to the whole of the UK. So the first one is, how do you self-identify your gender, and what does this definition mean to you? This is something that I've not really ever thought of before about 3-4 months ago. I heard a terminology just before Christmas gone. Someone was saying that they labelled themselves as gender neutral, and there was just something about it that just connected with me. I decided I would adopt that terminology. I've always felt like male is who I am physically, it's who I was born as, but isn't how I feel on the inside entirely. But at the same time, I don't feel as though I want to be a woman. I don't feel like I want to get surgeries done to look like a woman. I don't want to walk around every day looking like a woman. I want a little bit more fluidity in that. And I know that a lot of people then turn around and say, well then why don't you just label yourself as gender fluid? Because I don't feel like I go to the extremes. And for me, gender fluid says that one day you are very stereotypical man, big beard, muscles, working out, all that. And then the next day you want to be all pretty and have heels and a wig and makeup and everything. I want to be somewhere in the middle, constant. But yeah, I think my whole point is that I find that gender fluidity is moving from one to the other, never really staying in one part of the gender spectrum. Whereas I feel like I fit dead centre all the time. So I feel like the term gender neutral suits me. And so second question, what pronouns honour you? Now this was something that I did get questioned a lot about when I first came out as gender neutral. And the honest truth is that I've been here for 25 years being called he. Literally everything and anything, just point at me and go, or you, and I'll answer, so you know. Third question, describe the style of clothing that you most often wear. I think that this question is kind of asking whether you wear more male clothing or female clothing. I've only just came out as gender neutral, so it's still all new to me. I'm still finding where I fit with fashion now. In the past, it has always been menswear that I wear most of the time, with women's wear being for when I did drag. But my drag was to express that female side of me because I couldn't as me. But now, because of who I am now, I can kind of blur those lines a bit. So that's something that I'll probably say in a year's time, it will be a label of what my style is as a whole, rather than menswear and female wear. 4. Talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? And what do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? As regards body hair and facial hair, I am very lucky in the sense that I'm in my mid-20s, and up until about a year ago, I could literally shave my face once a week and I'd barely get any stubble. Now I'm having to kind of do it every 2 days because I'm starting to get a bit of like sandpaper face, like I am right now. I literally shaved yesterday and I'm already getting a bit sandpapery. It's still not full on beard, and I would love to have a beard, because male or female, beards are really in at the minute, and I really like beards on men, so I would like to have a beard myself. I do like full glitter beards and things, but I can't grow facial hair for shit, so you know. And body hair, like, you can't ever see the hair. I don't shave my chest or arms or anything when I do drag on camera, because it's so fine blonde hair, you cannot see it. I can barely see it from my perspective, let alone from someone else's. If I go out in drag at any time, I will shave it all off. For me, I just let my body hair be my body hair. It's how I am, it's what I am, I leave it. As regards my actual hair, this is the tamest it's been in about 2 years. usually bright, wacky colours. And I don't stick to conventional male or female hairstyles. I just see a design I like and go, I want that, and I do it. Talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup, paint your nails, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, wear makeup, quite obviously. I don't wear makeup on a daily basis. I wear makeup for camera. I wear makeup for going out. And as regards nails, nails are kind of my fun hobby. But yeah, I do, like, these are all painted by myself with a bit of tape and different nail varnishes. So yeah, going along with the beauty thing, when it comes to things like perfumes, aftershaves, body sprays, fragrance shit, I've never had a thing where I have to get men's this or men's that. I get whatever I like. I've always been the same. Deodorant, I always wear men's antiperspirant just because I find women's antiperspirant doesn't work well enough for me. It isn't strong enough. I do find that men's is stronger, so I do use men's antiperspirant. Shower gel wise, I just use the fruits range from Wilkinson's, just because it's simple, it's cheap, and it smells nice. What I tend to go for is very sweet smelling things, so I don't tend to go for anything that is really floral. Anything that is like strawberry kind of fruity smelling things, I tend to go what I call food smells. So caramels, chocolates, cotton candy, rhubarb and custard, or rhubarb and vanilla. Everything that's vanilla smelling. Vanilla is my favourite smell in the world. I literally will have a house full of vanilla candles because, oh, heaven for me. Right, have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? So the only kind of misgendered that I've ever experienced has been working in a call centre. Even though I say my name at the beginning of the call, people still make an assumption that I am a woman. You kind of have to just grin and bear it. I know that for a guy, my voice sounds quite high-pitched. Not that high-pitched. And it is very much a cultural thing. We are in a culture where you hear, especially with telephones, you hear a voice, you will react to it in the way that the voice sounds to you. You can't take offence to it. Whether someone thinks that you're male or female, just accept it and just move on. There's no point getting into an argument about it, especially when you're in a working environment. It isn't appropriate. Question 7. Do you experience dysphoria and how does it affect you? I've spent the last about 5 years experiencing dysphoria, not knowing where I fit in. As I am at the moment, I am not experiencing any dysphoria. I am very happy with who I am, with how I look, with life in general. So yeah, over the last 5 years I have had a lot of dysphoria issues, where it even got to a point last year, after being with Chris for a year and feeling really comfortable, I had a bit of a mental breakdown to the point where I actually confessed to him that I didn't feel right in my own body, and I was questioning my gender, whether I wanted to have a sex change. I've heard loads of different terms for like the middle ground of gender, and I never felt like any of them fit me. And gender neutral finally does, and I like that as my terminology, and I like to use that, and I feel like it explains where I am. Sorry. Yeah. Question 8. Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? Quite simply, I don't know how I feel about children. There's part of me that I have a very maternal instinct, and I tend to treat my friends very much like my children, and it's why I create the persona of mama, because I like to look after everyone, make sure everyone's well fed, that everyone is happy, enjoying themselves, be a host, as well as be someone that you can talk to and just cry into the shoulder of, because that's who I am. If it is ever possible for a cis man to carry a baby, I would totally go for that, and I would happily carry a child that was made from mine and Chris's sperm, because I know that science is getting there to the point where that is possible now, but finances, I can't afford to do that. It is so difficult and so financially expensive for a gay couple to even consider children, let alone actually have one. in comparison to a straight couple, to the point where it became very realistic with having children, to the point where if children happen, they happen. If they don't, I'll love my sister's children as though they are my own, because I have a feeling that it's going to be a case of being Chris or me and whoever I'm with in the future will never have children because of the way that culture is and how difficult it is for us to get a child. Talk about money. This is literally going to be a really quick and easy one. Don't care. I earn more, he earns more. Whoever has money to pay the bill at the time, pay it. So thank you very much for watching, and I encourage anyone that is watching this, whether you are male, female, gender neutral, non-binary, whatever, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, set a YouTube channel up and film a gender tag. We need to get a voice out there for gender diversity. Tell your story, answer these questions. I'll leave a link in the description below as to the page where I got the questions from, and then the standard gender tag questions. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, there's more to come, as always. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now.
Shut up and sit down.
Get a voice out there for the LGBTQ. Sorry, the LGBT. Waffling on. I always get told off for that. Yeah, I like to talk, so I waffle a lot. I think there shouldn't be any labels. It should just be that here are clothes. Go and find what you want to wear. One day. Facial wise, I do shave just because, as I said, it's not. I don't get full beard yet, so it looks really patchy and it makes me look about 12. I'm the opposite to most guys, because most guys, if they shave, they look 12. But for me, if I don't shave, I look 12 because I look like I'm trying to force a beard out of a face that won't grow. I've just realised that they're chipped. I'm so disappointing myself to go on camera with the chip now on. It's distressing me. I kind of feel like I have to stop the video and go, trust me. Thank you for my life. Well, what's up? I'm talking really shit on it. Lips are pissing me off right now. So while talking about makeup, I will just top up my OCC lip tar in whatever purple it is, because I don't have to keep the label, so I don't remember what they're called. Because I realise that as I'm talking, I'm losing that I would like to change. I would like to be 4 stone lighter and, you know, have biceps and a 6-pack. It's not going to happen. But, you know, I've got to the point where I understand it's not going to happen. It could happen if I went to the gym every single day and ate like horrifically healthy food, but I'd much rather eat chocolate. So, no. Because I knew that male wasn't right for me. But I didn't want to have lady parts at all. I didn't think I did, but I didn't know. And dysphoria is one of those things where if you haven't got a label for something, but the label you kind of have to pick, or have to be, or are told that you are, doesn't feel right. It's like buying a new pair of jeans, and every shop you go into, you're one size. And you're told that that's the size that you are, but then you go into a new store, and you try and that size up, it doesn't quite fit, but you don't know where it doesn't fit, and you don't understand why it doesn't fit. And it's a case of going back into that, going into the store and trying to figure out where it doesn't fit and what size you need to go to instead. I don't know why I'm using jeans as an analogy here, but you know, to me it made sense at the time, but now I'm thinking about it and it doesn't really fit. It kind of does, but that's the whole thing with dysphoria. No one can tell you that you are something. You have to decide that for yourself, and you have to find that label. You have to find what works for you. I'm going on a complete rant with this. This is going to be 3 episodes long by the time I finish editing them. Jesus, how do people get this down to like 5 minutes?
Shut up and sit down.